Hi there, my name is Morgan. Welcome to my channel. I'm a young adult author pursuing trad pub, traditional publishing. um, and I thought I would just share a little bit about myself today, if that's okay. I've been obsessed with writing and storytelling for like as long as I can remember. Um, we didn't have TV when I was a little kid, so like I would constantly have my nose stuck in a book. You'd be calling me to dinner, I'd say, "Oh, but let me finish the chapter. Like I need to finish reading whatever I'm reading," and then naturally, I think just because like I was obsessed with reading, um, maybe not naturally, I don't know. I became obsessed with writing, like creating my own stories, especially things that didn't like quite satisfy itches for me. I was like, "Ooh, I need to write that. I need to fix that." Not fix it necessarily, but like I need to like make that thing that I was hoping it was gonna do. I need to make it happen in the story in my brain. So like I would write my own thing or come up with my own stories. I was just always making up scenarios. I would even look at like picture books because I did at first I didn't like the books with the words, but I figured it out. Don't worry. But I would look at the picture books and look at the pictures and make up what I thought was happening, what I thought the characters were doing or should be doing. Okay, I just recorded the entire video and then my mic cut out. Not even halfway through. So here we go again. I would just make up stories as a kid. We didn't have TV. And so you'd catch me reading, like coming home from the library with 7 books and reading them all in the span of a week. Back to about me. I have a bachelor's degree in creative writing in English. And I don't think anyone who knew me as a kid would be all that surprised. And I would really like to make good use of it. That's kind of been the plan this whole time. But I work for an accountant. I am not the accountant. I work for an accountant. I do administrative work. Um, So I don't do much writing at work. I've written a whole bunch of short stories and poems, as you can expect, as I might like in a creative writing program in college. I've written 3 books, which all 3 are in different stages. Let me tell you all about them. The first book I wrote, it took me forever to write the first draft, like, a little bit here, years later, a little bit more. Um, and then in 2023, I finally buckled down, wrote the whole thing, and then proceeded to put it on the shelf. What I actually did was I know you have to like wait an amount of time. Like you write your book and you leave it and then you come back to it. So I wrote it and I left it and I was so like on a high of completing that first draft. So I wrote another first draft, and this one took me about a month, which was amazing. And I was like, hey, I'm going to go back to the first book. But there was just something about the second book that I was like, I feel like I need to continue with this one. And so I took that one all the way to querying, baby. That's where we are. We're in querying. And I do love it. Um, it's got nothing but rejections so far. So maybe other people don't quite love it as much as I do, but it's okay. And then I'm also drafting a third book, um, which is in the drafting stage. So let me tell you kind of about, I won't talk about my first book, it's still on the shelf. It's something I've had an idea for since I was like a teenager, and I do still think it's my best idea. I don't feel like I currently have the skill set to um, get that book where I want it to be and where I know it can be. So I am working on my process and working on learning as much as I can about writing to see if I can get like the skills to make that book what I want it to be. But the book I'm querying is young adult contemporary fantasy about a Harvard-bound, obsessed with Harvard bound high school senior and her recently deceased piano prodigy academic rival. He's now a ghost because he was recently deceased, and she's the only one who can see him. So we've got like the banter, we've got classical piano, there's a classical music like concert contest thing. It's set at a boarding school. It's a mix of like the ghostly like music parts of Julie and the Phantoms, classical music, not like the rock band stuff. And then it's got like the banter, the yearning, and the school setting, the academia setting of Maxton Hall. So if you like TV shows, there's that. If you like young adult books, maybe you know these ones. You've reached Sam, and I hope this doesn't find you. So like the academic rivals of like I hope this doesn't find you, and like the sad like yearning and like grief ghost stuff of You Reached Sam. Also the song that's like the main theme for the book is Marjorie by Taylor Swift. I know it's a Taylor Swift song. There's a Taylor Swift song for like every book, I swear. Um, but I know it's like about her grandma, um, but it's got a lot of the same like themes and feels to it as my book does. And then the one I'm drafting now is about a girl who goes to the land of the dead with her hot imaginary friend. So like from when she was little, is someone she could see and no one else could. Um, so her hot imaginary friend, she goes with him to the land of the dead to bring back her boyfriend who died, and it was her fault that he died. That's all I've got with that one that I'm going to tell you because it's still in the works. I'm still drafting. My first book that I wrote was a YA fantasy, but I haven't touched it in over a year. So hopefully one day we'll come back to that and I can tell you more about it. But for now, I'm just going to So I've been watching AuthorTube for about 2 years now. I always wanted to start my own channel, but I was just too shy. I filmed a couple of videos, but they didn't make it to public space. Um, just because I didn't feel good about them. But hopefully this one will make it. I would like to start documenting my writing journey. I know it's kind of been going my whole life, but I want to start it from like here. So hopefully one day I could be like, successful for me and like look back and see where I started from. Something else I would really love to do, take what is the daunting task of like writing an entire book, an entire manuscript, editing it, getting feedback, and querying if you're traditional publishing. I'd like to take that whole process and like put it down step by step, like clear, actionable things that you can do. Just kind of teach the process as if I were teaching a friend. I know I'm not like a professional. I don't do it for my job. And I'm not even agented. I haven't sold a book. I haven't published anything. But I think I don't know. That's just something I want to provide and help. It's like if I was helping a friend to do the process that I'm doing and I have been doing, what I do and like give them all the resources that I would give. Um, just compile all of like that advice I've seen online. I know there's tons and tons and tons. But, like take the best of that advice I've seen online and learned like even in school. Like the most important thing I learned in school was how to take feedback, how to take constructive criticism, and how to get it. Sorry, give it and get it. Is that what I said? um, but I didn't really learn this process in school. And so, like, I would like to take everything I've learned and kind of make it into one clear, not one video, it would be a lot of videos, but like step by step through the process. If you were in this part of the process, you could sit there and watch it and then know what to do next for my process anyway. Um, and know where you could go. Because I know, like, the starting it is just so scary. You're staring at a blank page sometimes, or you're like I was, you're sitting there with like maybe 10 chapters or 10 pages of a book and you're like, well, I've done something, but I don't know what to do from here. I don't know where to go. I don't know how to take this and actually finish it. um, and so hopefully I hope I'm making sense. Just take it and make it like clear, not boiled down and simple necessarily, but like clear steps of and resources of like what to do in order to get all the way to the end. Because I've seen like people jump around with advice of like, here you could do this and here's how to do this. But I don't know if I've seen it step by step in order of like, here's the next thing you can do, work on this. And then here's the next thing you do and work on this. And like, here's some homework and I'm giving you homework. But like what I would do for a friend. So that's just kind of my thinking. I'm not professional, but like having done the process and continue doing it, and here's how I'm gonna do it this time, moving forward, and how I would suggest to other people. That's what I'm thinking. And then also, I would, I really like a writing community. Um, I found that like since I've been writing and querying, I'm in a new space where like I don't really, I don't know. It's I'm in a different spot than like even my other writing friends. And so I would like a community where I can like bond with other people and talk about the whole everything. um, just starting in 2025, and I'm hoping that I can find that community here on YouTube. So if you'd like to join me, like and subscribe, the usual YouTube stuff. I guess that's how you do that. I'd love to hear what you're working on right now in the comments. Or you could just leave me a comment with a waving emoji to say hi. I doubt many people even watch this one. But hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Morgan, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.